pouring out, they usually never shout. Courage and chivalry is their lead, for which they don't have to plead. Design India the way it is, that can be said in eternal bliss. Zorawar Singh, the man of fire and grit, when he captured the Tibet and the Gilgit. The sweetest of all is their worthy call, seeing a significant decline which is not fit and fine. Bahu Fort adorns their history, which stands still a mystery. Basuri paintings are unique and nice, for which you have to pay a huge price. Douglas, the gene tongue, turned down for long, which is not a melody song, showed their worth in every field and made their fates to be seen. I wrote this poem around 1-2 years back, and today is Maharaja Hari Singh's birthday. So I want to start from the very beginning. Right? Why should we remember Hari Singh in particular? Because we know Hari Singh, whether we should remember it as Kashmiri Muslims portray him as a despot, or we should remember him as an emancipator of women, of poor, of village people. Or just like the way what happened in 1931, and many people say that this was the basic reason that Hari Singh is not like the Kashmiri Muslims. We should remember that Abdul Qadir was not even a Muslim, Kashmiri. He came from Lahore. It started in 1931 when Maharaja went to Round Table Conference in London, where he said that I want complete independence for my country, that's my land. From here on, British started conspiracy against Maharaja, and it ran till 1947, till the time he wasn't ready to accede with either of the dominions, whether it was Pakistan or India. That's why he signed standstill agreement with both of the countries. Both of the dominions actually, Pakistan as well as India. Although with Pakistan he had only 3 issues, but in India whole list was there with the standstill agreement. And there is also one more thing, that why Ramchandra Kar was removed as the Prime Minister. Because many people think that he was a supporter of Pakistan. He wanted Maharaja to align with Pakistan. And that's why Meher Chand Mahajan was appointed as the Prime Minister. And when he came to Delhi to discuss the issue, it's also controversy about it that Indian Express, ex-Indian Express editor sir, he wrote a book on Kashmir. I don't remember the name of the book. I don't remember. He has written a book. And in that book he has written that how Sheikh Abdullah and Nehru planned a conspiracy against Maharaja when Prime Minister went to meet Nehru ji in Delhi, so as to make him sure that why should we are exceeding whatever condition. Then they said that Sheikh Abdullah was with him. When he was at his home, Sheikh Abdullah was right at that point he came out from his bathroom. So you can see that how conspiracy, because he made up, if you are not making me accede to India, I am going directly to Lahore to meet Jinnah. It was a statement made by the Prime Minister Meher Chand Mahajan when he came to discuss these things with Honorable Nehru. And I think at that time conspiracy started building up for this Maharaja Hari Singh. Prior to that, he was emancipator, he was a great man. He started girl education, opened doors to untouchables of all temples. Jammu was made a prime destination, Prince of Wales College, everything that we see, education institutions. Hospitals, yeah. SMGS, SMHS, both hospitals, both are a great contribution of Maharaja only. Even that prior Dover and exactly in 1947 what happened, and one more fact, I am taking reference from Colonel J.P. Singh's article. He said officially Maharaja Hari Singh is the last ruler of the independent India. Because he was ruler till 1952. Yet the Constituent Assembly was formed in JNK. At that time, state was ruled in the name of Maharaj only, with his grandfather as the regent, which later became Sahir Yasin or governor. So I think these facts must come out. We are not knowing all these facts over the number of years. Because of Kashmir-centric leadership and politics, Jammu, first of all, has been discriminated. Second, the narrative has been turned around. Means it has been brought down. And I think we need to look upon this, that why Jammu people never came up. What were their limitations, or they don't have any political opportunity or political leadership. But I think that in particular, we were lacking the political leadership. That's why the voice of Jammu never came up. And I think it's okay that on his 122nd birth anniversary we are discussing about this. Today Maharashtra might be happy wherever he is. With this, that's